morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ruth Marquise. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic: why modern women don't want to get married. Okay. So y'all know that Jasmine Sullivan song, when the guys start making money, they get brand new. Well, right now, because if you didn't heard, if you don't know now, you know, Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan broke up. Okay, why? Well, the internet says because she's not wife material, but we'll see. Um, they be really harsh with us women, but it's okay. Um, and when we were singing a song like guys get brand new when they start getting money, you know what I'm saying? They start acting funny. They start seeing what their options is. I know right now Michael B. Jordan is like, well, baby, F you and the new crew you rolling with. They don't love you like I do. I swear when girls getting likes and comments, they get brand new. Well, let me start this off by saying I had to ask my daughter. I had to mom check. Okay, mom check. I had to ask the daughters, 14 and 9. Now, if a boy asks you, or if you were about to get married, and and your future husband asks you to not put, if you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on a replay, hashtag replay, to not post, I don't know, a bikini pic. I don't know, what is it? You partying with your friends on the internet. He's not saying you can't go to the beach. He's not even saying you can't wear a bikini. He's just saying don't post it. Like kind of give up that lifestyle. You know, I got 25 M's in the bank, right? He said I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 M's in my bank account. Listen, I'm on and off fast. So say what you gotta say because I'm about to roll out and go to the dentist. So now they answered and it was like, well, after you get along with, why would he ask me? And you think about it, you're like, well, I mean, I guess I would like, I guess I would. It wouldn't be a big deal. She's like, it's like she said, well, you have when they start talking some stuff. I was like, oh, they're like, oh, well, when you with somebody, you gotta have respect. I was like, oh, okay. See, as for me in my house, my girls are gonna know what's up. So I get it. Women are gonna be like, well, why can't we do this and why can't we do that? You can do whatever you want to do, but you don't have to be in a relationship with somebody that is like, you don't have to have the best guy. Like, just be with the guy that lets you do whatever you want. Okay. Because obviously it's not working to have the best guy, right? Now, in you guys' standards, y'all picked Michael B. Jordan to be your new Denzel. Okay. Y'all did. Not me. It wouldn't have been me. Is it 35? That's probably why I don't expect him. I'm like, where he come from? He too young. But live. I gotta get back on Instagram. Right? So the girls was like, out of respect. I said, okay, girls, out of respect. You don't want to be posting everything on there. Who raised you? Girls, who raised you? So we as a society has allowed our kids to be raised by social media and thinking that social media is the prize, versus back in the day when you didn't have social media, when it wasn't about, like, this is like another one for the social media books. Oh, I don't want to get married. It's a lot in there. Like, basically they're trying to say that Lori Harvey was not ready to get married. One, sorry, they was together for a year and a half, or a year and some change, and they didn't have the conversation of, this has to lead somewhere. Okay. This is, modern women don't want They don't want they don't want the relationship to lead somewhere. That's why if you talk about getting married, people say, oh, that's not always the goal. Okay, what is the goal? So y'all want to be in relationship, y'all want to be in boyfriend and girlfriend forever, which means pretty much nothing, right? It don't mean anything, especially to the men that value. See, men value marriage. They'll mess around if you would have a boyfriend, but when you actually have a husband, it only take a certain kind of man will be like, you know what, that still don't matter to me. It don't matter to me if it don't matter to you. Listen, on the street, there's a lot of guys that'll say that, but at the end of the day, they pick up girls. They pick up girls on the street like all day, so they don't matter, right? So I just feel like as a society, when did we stop valuing marriage? And when has marriage been this whole ball and chain for the girls? Okay, the girls, even 25, is just saying, like, I'm too young at 25 to get married, right? And that's fine. You could say that, but don't get into a relationship with somebody and be like, oh, well, and then she's been engaged before. So she did turn down a proposal before. So what did you think they was going to do, sis? Because when men see something they visually like, they want to be with, they want to claim it. It's like women have become the new men. I'm sorry. It's true. Because of because of social media and how easily accessible it will be for Lori Harvey to get another man, she ain't gonna have to worry about proposals and stuff like that. She's not gonna worry about, oh, what if he's the last guy to propose to me and it's not the third? No, she ain't worried about that because somebody else is. But one thing I want to say is they're not gonna be on Michael B. Jordan's level, right? They're not gonna be on his level. After this, honey, you have told the world I'm not that kind of girl. One day, you're 25 now, Lori, but one day you're going to want to get married. This happens all the time. And guess what reminds young ladies of getting married? When they actually get knocked up. Yep. When they actually get knocked up and they be like, you know what? I think I'm going to sit my little tail down and go ahead and get me a husband now. And that's what the men are like, you going to pay. Now, like I said, she can get another guy to propose to her. Pretty women are always going to get another proposal, right? It's just that it keeps going down like this. It keeps being a not, because the thing about Michael B. Jordan, you can say whatever you want about him, but at least he had some kind of standard. Be like, look, if you're gonna be my woman, I can't. Maybe because she was posting. Last time I checked, she was like, oh, I lost the weight from being that she had abs and ripped and all of that stuff. I guess around that last post, because I was like, that's interesting. I don't follow it too closely, but after that, he's like, look, we can't be doing it. We can't be creating stories. Like, listen, you know what I mean? You got to be able to be in the cut. If you look at Beyonce, she's in the cut a lot, right? They put out what they want to put out, but they're not like trying to make it happen. Like, oh, I'm trying to be in the press. I'm trying to create a story. I'm trying to post and let my social media blow up. So it's a little bit of independent woman in there. Like, I want to make my own money. I don't care what he got. I'm not going to be this and that third. It's a little bit of naivete in there where it's like, oh, there's going to be 1,000 Michael B. Jordans coming for me. That's not going to happen forever, my friend. My friend, it's not going to happen forever. All right. So I was proud of my daughters. All right, let me get to my notes. Because I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed because men, okay, when you're becoming a husband, you have to serve. You're serving your family, you're serving your wife, right? And when you're becoming a wife, you have to sacrifice. She couldn't make the sacrifice of saying, you know what, this is what I want for my career. You know how many women have to sacrifice having that career, that dream career they want because they want to have their kids? What's happening now is like women are getting professional degrees and careers and all of that. And they deep down inside, they're like, this is nice. And the paycheck's great, but I really want kids and I want a family. I want my own family. And they're leaving to go be with their family, right? And then they'll go back to the workforce. That's requiring a sacrifice. She's going to take an L in her career to have a family. But who's supposed to take the L, my friend? Who's supposed to take the L? The guy's supposed to take the L? Now think about it. If the guy's supposed to, because y'all want everything to be like, oh, we got to be equal every time, all the time. But when it comes time to pay that mortgage, pay that rent. Y'all want to hear nothing about no equalness. Okay, when it's time to open your own damn door, you don't want to hear about no equalness. When it comes time to paying the bill, hey, Rich, he says, wow, it has truly changed. Yes, they don't want to hear nothing about the equalness when it's time to pay for dinner. Okay, sometimes when I go with my kid, I'm like, I feel like I got to apologize to the man. I always got to pay for dinner, Lord. I'm so sorry. I apologize. It could be like $30. I'd be like, but dang, that was just lunch. I still got to take care of dinner, right? So I was like, for all the times we had a cheap dinner, like, that's nothing. It's just $30. It's just $80. I can handle it myself. Well, won't you? Do it. So I feel bad. I was like, oh, man, I got to be more understanding. All right. So that's fine. If things, Rich, you're right. Things have truly changed. So we want 50, 50, 50, 50. But when it comes to like uh giving up the career, why can't the men give up their career? Ma'am, that doesn't make no sense. You don't even want to pay for dinner. Are you going to pay all the bills? Of course he's not going to give up his career because that's what you want. You don't want him to give up his career, and he don't want to give up his career. So a lot of guys will give up their career and be like, all right, woman, it's on you. We don't want that. No, we don't want that, right? So let him have his money, let him have his status and all of that. That's what's gonna bring in the money. She over here acting like, oh, I gotta take these pictures, so I can pay these bills. No, ma'am, you don't. No, ma'am, you don't. Okay, that's not it. That's for the average woman, right? For a woman that does not have a dad to take care of, like I feel like this rich people problem, right? You got a daddy that can take care of your stepdad, dad, whatever, right? And you'll be all right regardless. You'll be all right regardless financially. So that's more of a reason why, you know what? Like if I get bougie status, I'm like, forget these internet streets. Y'all see me when y'all see me. It's gonna be like, you know how those stars when the what are those Olsen twins? Every time, like at some point, it was like they was out there, and when they got older, it was like you're gonna pay to see me. He said, when I was coming up, women were trying to lock me down. Now they don't want to get married. I know, because they feel like they got options. They got options on career. They got options on men. And it's like, ain't no man gonna slow me down. This is the independent woman thinking. Because we do have to sacrifice. We do have to give up a lot nowadays. Men have to understand this too. And that's why men shouldn't take women for granted, because nowadays we're giving up a lot more. We are giving up a career. We are giving up attention. We are giving up our rights to do X, Y, and Z when we get married. Now it has to be, we have to decide. Just like men have to give up a lot to be married, right? They have to give up their, I was listening to something that he was giving a joke today. He was like, oh, well, no man in the world wants to get married, right? He's like, why would he go from making his own decisions to having to make a decision with somebody else? For a woman that he was like, oh, well, my wife criticized me every time I park, and like, why you gotta park there? I don't know if y'all heard the joke, but he's like, why you gotta park there? And she's like, so he's like, well, woman, he's like, he gets so frustrated. He's like, well, woman, just tell me where to park, boss, right? And she's like, why are you so angry? You need anger management. I was done. I was like, yo, I ain't like that, but that is funny. And I could see how women could be like that. And her husband was reacting, and he was like, yup, that's how they are. Right? So men are giving up to be married, but now women have a lot to give up. They have their social media status to give up. And that's why I say social media is, because I grew up without it. Like life before social media, I knew what life was like before social media. So it's like it's really not that necessary. But if you do it for work, yes. But you don't really got to get on Facebook. Nobody's putting a gun to you to get on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Nobody's doing that. Y'all are choosing to participate in that. He said it's cool if they don't want to get married. I'm mad for being born too early. Wait, Rich. It's not all of them, right? It's the ones that have the most to lose, or their desire to be a wife and a mother is not that strong right now. It's the girls in their 20s. It's older girls too, because if you really look up at Sierra, and I wish I had more time to break this down. If you really look at Sierra, she didn't give up nothing. What did she give up, y'all? What did she give up? She's still on the internet, left, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, left cheek. She's doing the same twerking, and she married. And Michael B. Jordan said, absolutely not. I'm not going to be that guy that allows my wife to embarrass me constantly online. That's why I was like, I couldn't understand why guys not respecting this guy, because you're allowing your wife to disrespect you all the time by being like that online. It's a respect thing. And if you don't have respect, men think you don't love them. Am I wrong? Let me know. So women have to understand, the modern women have to understand, and rich women do want to get married out there. But the what we had so many shows. Thought Culture was one. Another one was I can't remember, but basically saying women don't want to get married anymore because basically we turn into female players. Like if you, it's like, you don't want to be, another guy want me. I'm the hottest thing right now. But she's not understanding that with time that is going to change. But now, and what I really wanted to say was, men will hold what you did to Michael B. Jordan. Men will hold that against you, and you're going to pay the price for being known. See, if nobody knew, that's fine. But something about when people are asking you about your past, it creeps up. What's the reason why y'all broke up? And you keep like, it was him. It was him. Men are not buying that. You had something to do with it too. Thank you for hitting the like button. They're not buying that it was just him. They're going to be like, it was you too. And you left the poor brother that wanted to do you well. What are they going to do now? They're going to just, they're not going to take her seriously. Right? Any woman that does this, they're not going to take you seriously. Therefore, the only guy you're going to get after a while when you are ready is the guy that you can control. And you're not like you. Michael B. Jordan was like, well, let me work with her, see if she change, and let me give her content, different kinds of content where she can see like, look, I'm doing all these beautiful things and all these beautiful gestures. Maybe she'll like this kind of content. Nope, not good enough. Not gonna remember I told you about the husband store, and the men was like, if she could do this, this, and this, bet I'll marry her. And that was the wife store. In the husband store, it was like he could do everything. He could be a Michael B. Jordan, make a $25 million. He could be this and that. She's like, there's something more out there. Okay. And so go back to the single life. So now at the end, at the top of the husband store, it was nothing left. Like you don't get one. You don't get one, sis. She'll get one, but she ain't gonna get one on that level. So women have to not squander their opportunities. Don't squander your opportunities. When a man wants you, you don't have to ask him what's the next step. Let this be a lesson, ladies. When a man wants you, you don't have to ask him what is the next step. If he's not escalating, if he's not on his own saying like, you know what, I gotta lock her down. You know what, I gotta do what I gotta do to be with her permanently, then you're just not his type. If he's moving slow like molasses, man, let him go for somebody else. Because at the end of the day, if there's not valid reasons, this is how men naturally act when they really want somebody. He just don't really want you, ma'am. And you cannot use the excuse that men don't want to get married because Michael B. Jordan wants to get married. He is the most eligible bachelor out there, and plenty of men, plenty of women want to be with him. And he decides that he wanted to pick one girl. He's like, well, if there's one girl, Lori's on the top of my list, and I'll have her, right? And that girl doesn't want that guy. Why? Because he was too easy to get, I guess, right? It was too much like right. She needs to go and heal her from her traumas to make her want to run from something that is good for her. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's good for her. And also, that is Michael B. Jordan's fault that he broke his own heart, because you're the picker. It hit me this morning. I said, you know what? We can take the L on sleeping with the wrong guys because we choose who has access to sex, but men have to take the L on who they marry because they are the pickers. Y'all are picking the women that you want to get married to. So kudos to him for saying, you know what? If you don't want to follow my lead, then you can go on, sis, go on. You can go. That's what he did. And he finally manned up and said, I'm not going to allow you to, run me like in this manner, because like you're basically doing whatever the hell you want, even if it embarrasses me or I feel some type of way about it. A man's not going to ask you to take down your Instagram if you are acting appropriately on Instagram. They don't care. They just care when you make them look crazy. And you have to move like a wife. So he sees that you're not moving like a wife. All right, y'all think I'm lying? Go look at Shawnee. You know the shoulder about to come out. Go look at Shawnee. She just got married. And here's the thing. The girls that marry pastors, they already know the program. They might be a little older. And I told y'all the other day, stop marrying young girls that was not ready. Marry a young girl who has the marriage mentality. Shawnee is in her bikini. She literally has a whole cover up. Like she looked like she wore a the net to catch fish. Okay. She covered herself up all the way for her man. And she don't give a damn. Because why? Because she's like, this is my second chance. I'm going to do what I gotta do. And look, when you get older, you like, I can more appreciate the opportunities that come my way. That's when you want to be with a man, you're going to make changes. You're going to be okay with it. And I'm not saying every girl's going to stop taking bikini pics, but it's not going to be your go-to pic. It's not going to be like, oh, let me show my body. Oh, let me show my body. I'm like, these guys are picking these IG models. That was the show, IG models. Okay. He said it's been going on for ages. Good guys like bad girls and good girls like bad boys. That is so unfair. And that is another show we had. Dang, girl, I got, what's that thing called when you have like the records, you got records and stuff like that. What's the thing when you got to pay? A library. I got a library for y'all over here. We definitely did that show. Why do good girls like bad guys or something like that? Good girls like bad boys or something. And we was talking about that. And the IG model was the opposite. Honey, can you send me the link? I'm sorry. I can't find the link to the shows. I need the title again. The again. All right, so maybe I should just put it on my screen. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we do have that. We talked in depth about that. So women have to understand and men have to understand. If y'all gonna be casual, but don't get in a whole relationship and thinking that relationship is the goal. That's it. Everybody may not feel that way. So in the beginning, did she ever say, my question to Michael was, did she ever say like, I'm not really looking to get married? And then you went and you was like, it's okay. I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to show you that I am the one that's going to make you change your mind. Because she probably said, I just like party. I still like, being single. I'm too young for that. I'm too young for that. You cannot get a young girl and then be like, oh, she's marriage minded. She has to be both. If you're going to get a young girl, she has to be marriage minded. Okay. Now, yeah, so I don't want to hear women say, "Oh, men don't want to get married these days." No, they do want to get married. It's the women that keeps the women the woman is taking care of herself. Once the woman, it's very rare to find both. She takes care of herself and she wants to get married. It's a lot of women that want to get married, but they don't take care of themselves. And the men is like, "No, that's the tell me I'm wrong, guys." They're like, "No, I don't care if you're my age. No, you bossy and you don't take care of yourself. No." So those are two things that'll get a man be like, But like I said, men are the pickers. If you meet his requirements, and especially in looks, and you treat him well, when the time comes, okay, year and some change, he will naturally escalate the situation. So y'all know how to get him. You can look at Lori like, okay, this is how you get him. You work out, you look good, you dress well. No, I'm not. Instagram kicked me off. You dress well, you're doing all of that stuff. Now, that's how you get them in the door, right? Get them in the door, you treat them nice. She's naturally kind and all of that good stuff. But there's another side. The other side is I want my freedom. I want to be able to do what I want to do because this is what the girls taught me. This is what is the right thing to do. I want to be free. Why can't I be at the party? Why can't I be with all the guys I want? Oh, I want another rapper and another rapper and another rapper. You want bad boys, but as soon as you get the good guy that would actually marry you, you saying no. It's not making sense to us people that's like, wait, what? How much more do you want? All the women is like trying to get a high value man. Like I said before, high value man decides to settle down. He did the right thing. He got somebody that had the personality, had the, whatever age he was looking for, the look he was looking for. He didn't do nothing wrong. Everybody was happy about that. Everybody was fine with it. Everybody was happy that she was black. But here we go with the problem. And now, what he gonna do? What you know how many Beckys is in this DM? Yo, listen, let me tell you about the black guys and the Beckys in that DM. Wait, why was I watching 21 Bridges? And it was like, she asked the white girl, she was like, well, who was Becky with the good hair? I was like, white girls got Becky with the good hair? I guess it's the girl that he leaves you, the girl he cheats on you with is Becky with the good hair. Oh man, that was funny. I was laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, Beyonce, you done made it into the thing. All right, so men do want to get married, right? You check all his boxes. Um, yep. So you may have to sacrifice your IG model status. That's what she had to sacrifice. If you look at Lori Harvey's mother's Instagram, every picture is, baby, y'all got money. Get you some furs like your mama. Okay, her mama's killing it. I was like, ooh, mama killing it. She looked good. Men do not like, they don't have to see your body, sis. This is just a perverted society that we live in. They don't have to see your body. You're taught to, I was looking at the prom pictures, everybody's boobs was out 17. I'm like, y'all forgot to be parents, okay? I didn't choose my daughter's dress, but she went off of like, I was like, I'm proud of you, daughter. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing I could say, but I was like, I'd have been looking at her like, now me and your aunties went to the prom all classy, and now you want to go look like a, okay? So there's a lot of girls with no clothes on at the prom. They boobs is out. Sometimes the boobs wasn't even right. I was like, ma'am, y'all too young to have old bodies. Did I say that? Ma'am, okay, get it together. We can't wear everything we want to wear nowadays, and so can't you, ma'am, at 17. So cut it out. Anyway, you got to make a sacrifice, right? You got to make a sacrifice as a woman, okay? Trying to make things work. Like I said, men serve, women sacrifice. If you can't sacrifice, you're not ready to be a wife, all right? And that's fine. Um, like I said, some women trade their independence for a man. Some women trade their independence for a man. Yes, I had to sit my butt down when I was married in my 20s. I had to sit my butt down. That's why everybody say, "Oh, y'all just be with Ray Ray and Pookie, and then you want somebody to settle down with you." That's not the case. I wanted to be married and have children, but I respect her on this note. If you don't want to do something, sis, don't do it. Don't be a miserable wife and have miserable kids. You know what I mean? Don't do that. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. The fact that she worked so hard on her body, I was like, listen, I have a kid where I never understood that till now. I was like, I'm not starting over. Not gonna do it. You can't do it to me. So don't trade a man for your independence. Like, independence to go where? To do what? You've done. You were able to, because this is greed. You're able to travel. You're able to do whatever you want to do. You skip the whole adulting life like everybody else. You're able to go and get married. You were supposed to be set up. Your parents set you up so you could have a better life, and somebody else could take care of you. And you know, and you was like, F it. Somebody else will come along, take care of me. Okay, cool. Or she want to take care of herself. It's just fine. No problem. Miss Marjorie only got like one picture where she got her stomach out or whatever, and that's what I'm saying. Men don't have a problem with you every once in a while popping out. I don't think so. Y'all men, y'all let me know. But they don't have a problem once in a while you popping out or whatever. But if it's like every post, you got to show your body, every post, that's like, listen, ma'am, you not hungry for money. These girls, they act like they're rich on the internet. But if you really go back into it, they're spending their money on bags. They're not financially stable, is my point. They're not. They're not. If they were, they would be like, look at my mansion, look at my house, look at my investments. No, all they can show you is a purse. All they can show you is some shoes. Now, show me some real estate portfolio. I'm impressed. I'm just saying, I ain't mad either. Now, the age gap, he's 35, she's 25. She hasn't finished her party phase. I don't know. You know, I feel like men are nowadays being so open and they don't want to tell you. That's why I would get offended if somebody said, "Well, Michael B. Jordan is trying to control her." No, I wouldn't, because if he was trying to control you, the minute controlling man, the minute y'all got together, he would have been like, "No, you need to get off. No woman of mine, no woman of mine, no woman of mine. The fact that he let you carry on, he felt like, oh, she gonna catch feelings for me. She gonna love me. She gonna this and that and the third. She's not a good person to get married to. And she knows in her heart how she feels. She's like, I'm just gonna do what I want with this guy. Like women that can get the guy wrapped around her finger, she's gonna break your heart one way or another. Okay, she's not gonna do what you ask her to do. She's not, because she feels like I can always replace you. You're replaceable. Okay, so yeah, some people. Now, the one thing I would say is maybe to her, she's trying to play, oh, you did this and I want to do that. Michael B. Jordan might have been done with his whole face, and she is just not done with her. She's like, catch me at 29, catch me at 30. Wait, y'all just hold on and see where she at in 29 and 30. Okay. But here's the problem, ma'am. Do you really want to give up a good relationship, a good man? That's why she heard broken, because like you're giving up a lot. Your soul's tied up into this man, and you're gonna do what? Go party and go drink, and then be like with the next guy, and be like next in a couple of weeks, you're gonna be like, oh please God, I swear I'll never do it again. Don't let this pregnancy test be real. Please, I don't want to get pregnant. Y'all be in the bathroom crying and like, oh my gosh. I don't even know who would be the father, right? That's the life you want to go back to, because it was fun, because your girlfriends are there. That's it right there. Your girlfriends are still in their 20s and you're missing out on the party, because if I'm not mistaken, the next thing I saw her with is, oh, at the pool party or some nonsense. I was like, oh ma'am. Oh ma'am. Yeah, you're gonna have to sit your butt down. It's real. All right. But there's, like I said, it's plenty of 25-year-olds that want to get married. Right? Yep. Last thing I want to say is men are territorial. Men will be territorial about a girl they're not even with. They are territorial. In their mind, she belongs to me. And if she belongs to me and she's not willing to do what I asked her to do, this probably his, I'm not gonna say his first time, be like, everything is like, nowadays men are like, when they really like you, they're like, sure, honey, sure. Whatever you want, whatever it is. But the second the man asks you for something and you don't do it, it's like, he gave you 1,000 passes and he asked you for one thing. And so he's going to feel some type of way. Like, yo, I always let her do whatever she want. Why does she not value me enough to give everything up? And that's when he knew he effed up. That's when he knew he messed up and was like, yo, I picked the wrong girl. Okay. Because if he didn't think that he picked the wrong girl, he would have never broken up with her. He would have continued to go along like, okay, baby, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Men do not want to compete with other men for something that's already there. Men do not always want to compete with something that's already there. It's one thing for you to be a beautiful woman taking a nice picture. It's another thing to be a naked, beautiful woman and taking a nice picture. Okay. Some women not gonna be happy. I had a Facebook friend who decided that she was not going to post her bikini pics, and women got offended because they're like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Well, she should have just said, I'm married now and I don't want to show my, I'm not going to do it. That's it. You ain't got no explanation needed. I'm married. Instead of just not posting and not saying nothing and just being covered up, she wanted to explain. So then it was a whole debate. And I was like, that's what happened when you explain. Just be the example. They were impressed when you were getting married, but then when you actually had to act like a wife, I'm going to say it again like that. When you actually had to act like a wife, now all of a sudden they're offended. Well, then don't be a wife, ma'am. It's okay. This is what you have to do. That's like saying, as a husband, you should never pay a bill. As a husband, you should never protect your family. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. Okay? Whoo, child. And I said, looks can't get you everything, because he won't stop asking you to take it down. She thought her looks was gonna get her a ring, and she could act whatever way she want. It's a maximum to how your looks can. If you don't act like a wife, if you don't This man is responsible for picking the right wife for him. It's on him. He got to pick the right one. Everybody can say they want to do it. That's okay. It's on women. Y'all got to pick the right one if y'all going to give them access to your body. That's on you. So when I'm putting it on the men, y'all need to pick better. Y'all need to do better. Michael B. Jordan, do better. And I know you will. All right. Thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationship Show. Please leave your comments below. I would love to hear your opinion. Look, this is just how I feel in the wife corner. You know what I'm saying? The wife friendly corner. So wives and single women are not always going to get together. That's why they say let go of your single friends, because they have a single mentality. When you're ready to be married, it's another mentality that has to happen. When you're raised like a wife, there's another mentality that has to happen. And that's real. And you could pick a side, but you can't be like, And honestly, we're living in a world where you can be in the middle, but respect the other side. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationship. Ruth and Relationship. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. I bless your family life, your dating life, your marriage. Bye-bye.